AJ Vukovic to the plate here. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Nobody on, 2 out, I believe. TK Roby's first pitch, called strike, 82 miles an hour, it's 0-1. Two nothing our score right here. The Frisco Rough Riders on top. Roby winds and fires. This one's hit in the air toward left center. That's going to fall, I believe, or is it? It is off the wall. Vukovic well on his way to second. He's going to make it all the way to third. That ball got away. And Vukovic will come in with a stand-up triple here in the 6th inning. Excuse me, in the 7th inning as the case may be. Notice a big crowd on hand here this morning / afternoon. It is Education Day. A lot of school crowds out here on hand. We'll stick around for one more at bat here as well. Davison De Los Santos to the plate. De Los Santos 0 for 2 so far, and we're actually going to, I believe, be getting a pitching change before we do that. So with 1 out as it stands here in the top of the 7th inning, it appears we'll have somebody new coming in from the bullpen here for the Frisco Rough Riders. We'll make sure it's official here before we decide to cut this off. And no, there's no movement from the pen, so it looks like they're going to be sticking with Roby here for now. Home plate umpire out to break things up.
8-2.
Try to get to a different spot here. There we go. Let's try this. And so it will be Davison De Los Santos to the plate. 0 for 2 so far. 185 average on the year for him. Vukovic, the runner at third, with 1 out so far here in the top of 7. Roby looks in, comes set. His 81st pitch of the afternoon, called strike 1. Once again, 82 miles an hour on that. Roby again looking in. Comes set. Quick check of Vukovic at third. And he kicks and fires. Curveball out in front of it, but it hits it a ton. That one is going back to the track, and that is gone as it hits above the yellow line. We have a tie game, 2-2. Davison De Los Santos going deep after the triple by AJ Vukovic, and suddenly it is a 2-2 ball game. Tuesday, May 16th, nothing on Monday and nothing really in the mail today either. Got some stuff from Sport Lots that I'm not going to bother opening here. It's some of the cards are ones that I actually needed today. I'll get to that in a moment. And some of them are going to be for next weekend, the weekend after this coming weekend, the Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to do a couple of American Association games down in Cleburne that weekend. We've got Chicago Dogs come to town, and it's Sioux City or Sioux Falls, one of those teams. Either the Explorers or the Canaries. I forget which one. I bought cards for them. I get the two mixed up all the time. So anyways, got stuff in for those. But the big thing was I ended up going out to Frisco today, which I did not expect originally to be doing. So I was originally hoping to go for, they had Amarillo come to town. I was thinking, okay, well, I'll be able to hit that this weekend. Well, plans happen. And typically I try not to do any midweek games. I hate being out until super late and everything. But they had an afternoon game today. It was actually an 11 a.m. start. It was Education Day, so they had a bunch of school groups in there. So Aaron was like, dude, this is the only day I can do, so I'm going to go and try to hit that. You want to do it too? I'm like, yeah, I can burn some PTO, so we'll go ahead and do that. And so took a day off, went and did all that, and did pretty well. I'll show you here in a minute. But yeah, I was hoping to go Friday, but we're going to see the Impractical Jokers live show on Friday, so can't do it then. I was thinking about doing it Saturday. Well, Fergie Jenkins is signing on Saturday, and I owe Jeff a card from Fergie, so I'm going to try to hopefully be able to go and get that done. I've got the card over in the envelope right there, so I got to make sure I have that with me on Saturday. And then Sunday, Aubrey's oldest kid is graduating from high school, and so we're going to go to the graduation there, and I would have had time afterward, but we're talking about, hey, let's go do lunch afterward. I'm like, yeah, why not? So go and do lunch, and maybe I'll try to do post-game in Frisco, because it's right there. I mean, we're going to be right in Frisco for it, so maybe I'll be able to get some graphs that day too, maybe not. So at the very least, I want to make sure that I got there today to get whatever I could. And boy, did I have a pretty solid day out there. So we got in a little bit early, which was really great. So beat some of the crowd in. And so while we were out there, the Frisco players that are bullpen guys mostly were actually out on the field and doing some throwing. So it's like, well, hell, go over to that side, see what we can knock out. So knockout stuff we did. I was able to get 2 from pitcher Alex Spees. Right there. I'm finally done with all my stuff that I picked up on him. He was 2 years ago, I think he was on the roster. So it would have been, 2021. And then took 2022 off because he wasn't sure if he wanted to continue with baseball or not, and decided, yep, he was going to. And so he's back again this year, and I've knocked out all the cards I had of him. Also, reliever Nick Starr was up there as well. Got him at the bullpen. Signed my custom card right there. Got Speeds at the field, Starr up at the bullpen. Ryan Garcia also got him up at the pen after he got done doing some throwing off the mound there. So got him on a few cards. Nick Krauth did some throwing down on the field there and got him to sign as well. Got Tristan Polly as he got done with his bullpen mound session as well. Knocking out a lot of customs here, as you see, which is always fun. And so that was about it for that side. So Aaron and I and the other graphers that were around headed over to the Amarillo side. Did pretty well there. Davison de los Santos came through and signed his, the only card that I had of him. Kind of signs it a little bit sideways there, but looks good. I'll take it. Caleb Roberts kind of screwed me up a little bit because he changed his number. He was listed originally as like, let's say like 27 or something like that on the roster, and he was wearing 7, which was listed as somebody else, Guzman or something like that. And everybody's calling out to all these kids that were there. They looked up the roster on the website. They're calling out to Guzman, and I'm like, that's definitely not him. And he walks by, and I see on his bag it says Caleb Roberts. So fortunately, he came by, and we were able to flag him down. He signed, and that one came out real nice. I'm really a big fan of those Carolina Blue Prisms. You'll see those. You'll see another one of those come up in a bit. So real happy to find that one. After that, we headed over and up to the bullpen, just try to knock out the bullpen guys we possibly could. We had real bad luck because, I mean, it was, like I said, it was education day, lots of kids around, and a lot of the players were like, yeah, I'll sign after. So, yeah, those are the only 2 we got down at the field level. And then went to the bullpen where Hugh Fisher, at least, did sign the cards I had of him. That's the Crusade one. I always like those Crusade ones. They look pretty cool. And we also got Luke Albright, Kent State product, and you'll see another, that's that Carolina Blue that I mentioned was going to come up again. So glad to get those ones done. And that was all for pregame. But still, that's pretty good. 17 cards pregame. Not bad. Postgame inside, I got another 17 done inside. Let me see here if I can sort these out. I haven't counted up how many I got outside postgame, but I'll do that here in a bit. Ryan Bliss, I'd called out to him like several times, and he was just not having any of it, it seemed like. And postgame, I figured I'd try him. He was like, yeah, sure, no problem. Comes right over and signs. So glad to get him. He did 2 cards for me. Jordan Lawler, I was hoping to get this one done by both him and Lawler, but Lawler before the game said kids only, and then in his first at-bat, he gets hit by a pitch in the hand. Had to be pulled from the game after that, and as he's leaving, he's like, oh, no, my hand, can't sign. And I think if his hand had been all right, he still would have been like, oh, no, kids only, or oh, I signed pregame, or something like that. He just didn't seem to want to do it much, so yeah. Pitching coach Tom Gorzolani, who came by as well. He's another one where we'd asked him before, and he said, I'll sign after, so true to his word, though, he signed 4 cards for me there. I like that one there where he's running over the catcher. It's always fun. But, yeah, he signed for us. After that, it was another one who said he would sign post-game and did so. AJ Vukovic, something like that. Vukovic, I don't know how he pronounced it. I've heard like 17 different ways. But, yeah, he signed the 4 cards that I had of him. Happy to get that. Got him for the Heritage cards here as well, which, I mean, I'd already gotten him those in a trade, but still, it's nice to, get those done myself, too, so I can change those out if I want. Let's see, Adrian Del Castillo, the catcher, came through as well. He's another who said, I'll hit you guys post-game, and as he said he would, he did, and signed 3 out of the 4 cards that I had there. One of these will go to Aaron. He gave me a couple on a 50-50 there and said, hey, if you can knock these out, do so, please, and got those done. Last one I was going to get was Javier Colina, who's one of the coaches on the team there, and he signed while talking to some, I guess, probably family members or something that were around. So, yeah, he signed 4 cards right there, including that nice Topps Traded Chrome right there. So, there you go. So, 17 inside pregame, 17 inside postgame. I'm going to do a quick count here and see how many I got outside postgame, because this was probably about 17 or so if I had to take a guess on it. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I was pretty close. So, Yeah, we went outside, and let's see here. The first one out. This is a real surprise. Usually this guy takes a little while to come out, but Jack Leiter was the first one to come out that I had anything for. He and he and Acuna walked out at the same time, and so it's like, well, get one or the other, and I'm going to go with Leiter. So he signed the last card that I had of him sitting there. Very happy to get that finally knocked out. So all set on Leiter for the time being. Let's see here. After him, it was Alex Speas walked out again with Owen White this time. So didn't realize it was White until somebody said, "Hey, that's Owen White with him." I'm like, yeah, we'll track him down. So followed him down about half a block, and unfortunately, he was cool about signing and did all 4 cards. Great signature there. I mean, check that out. Love the signature he gives. So happy to add those ones in. After him, let's see, we got pitcher Theo McDowell for one of my customs. I told him I wish I could have found a hockey photo of him there. He played actually high school hockey with a bunch of guys who became NHL draft picks. I actually put it on the back of the card here. He went to the Salisbury School in Connecticut, and he was a defenseman for Salisbury and the Vermont Lumberjacks, and a teammate of 5 future NHL draft picks. So there you go. But got him on a custom card right there. Super happy to get that one done. Yeah, I actually ran out of my box and to switch over to another one as Chris Ceci came out next and signed all 4 cards that I had of him. He looks very different from his photo on these cards there. He's got a kind of a goatee going on and full sleeve of tattoos. So look for that if you're trying to figure him out. And just, yeah, that and a goatee. Looks a little bit more tan there. But fortunately, somebody knew who he was because I was like, that's him, really? Okay. And yeah, it sure was. Aaron Zavala came out. He is back, working his way back to healthy. He's still on the injured list, but obviously back with the team and everything. And on his way out, he said, hey, I'll sign when I come back. And true to his word, though, he did when he came back, signed, and got him on 1. He will ask you, he's a 1 per, and he'll ask you which one you want him to sign. So be ready to have a specific one in mind if you prefer one or the other. Let's see, got Antoine Kelly as well. We saw him inside of the bullpen. He said, yeah, I'll hit you guys up afterward. And yeah, no problem. Did both 2 out of the 3 cards I had. I don't know if you just didn't see the 3rd one there or what exactly, but yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Got a Kellen Strom as well on a custom. Right there. And last one we got, wait around quite a while to get him, but Dustin Harris finally did come out. God, it had to have been maybe, 2 hours after the game ended. It was a little bit of a wait there, but finally did get him. He signed 2 cards there for me, and that was the end of the day for me there. So, yeah, that's 17 plus 17 is 34 plus another 16 makes 50. A nice round, even 50 cards that I was able to get signed. 2 of those are going to go to Aaron, and yeah, that's how today went. So, great start to the week. Hopefully there's going to be some TTMs to follow this up. Might have a little bit more in person later in the week. We'll see. I mean, got some more cards that I might like to get done. So, yeah, I might swing to Frisco on Sunday. We'll see. I don't know. Not sure yet, but there you go. It's a good start. All right, it's Thursday the 18th. Yeah, not a whole lot of TTM stuff going on this week at all, but good news is I did get an eBay in and 2 TTMs, so we'll take a look at those. I'll show you the eBay one first because it's a card that's about to be going right back out into the mail here once I get an envelope addressed, get a letter written, all that fun stuff. Just was waiting on the card to get here. And this is a guy who I think has a chance at being a Hall of Famer at some point. I mean, he so far has gotten snubbed, but I think he's got a pretty damn good case. I mean, considering some of the guys I've been sending off to that I think, have legitimate cases, I think this guy has just as good of a shot as any of them. And this is sealed up very well. Almost there. Almost there. There we go. It's the 1984 Topps Roger Craig rookie card. Be mailing that out to go into my hopeful eventual future Hall of Famers autographed rookie cards. Roger, of course, is a very good signer. So, we'll be sending that one out here pretty soon. Now, let's take a look at the TTMs. First one we've got here is postmark from Austin, Texas. The initials under KC. This is one I mailed out last year, and it never came back. And eventually, my friend Chris hooked me up with the actual, the signed card that I needed that I mailed off in this. And now, looks like it's coming back to me, as long as this is who I think it is. And I believe this is going to be Kyle Cody. Rangers farmhand, plays for AAA Round Rock. And that is indeed who we have. And yeah, same thin tip blue Sharpie that I used on the other one I've got. So, there you go. Got one for trade bait now, I guess, out of anything. So, cool stuff there. And the other one we've got here, this one's from South Jersey. This is under BP, and I think this is going to be a former Philadelphia Flyer as well as a bunch of other teams. Should be Brian Propp that we're getting out of this one. Got Propp in person a bunch of times, but I needed him for my 88-89 set. And it looks like he tossed in a little extra here as well. Right here, yeah, put a Drew Guffaw, Brian Propp number 26. Millions CO. Not sure what that is, but it's a kind of a little photo there signed by him. I'll clean up the bottom a little bit there. It looks like it's been, several cuts there on maybe several print on one, but I can trim up the bottom there, no problem. So good stuff there. And he did indeed sign the cards that I sent as well. Personalized all of them. Actually added in a signed business card here as well for Guffaw Cigars, his cigar brand. Cool stuff there. Let's see if we can find. There it is. There is the 8889 card right there. So there you go. So I mean, I sent, he signed all my cards and sent 2 extra items back as well. Looks like he put the Guffaw on all but one. This is the only one he didn't put the Guffaw on right there. So that was, if you didn't know, that was his goal celebration. Was this thing that I think it was, they said Howie Mandel did it at one of his shows and was like, hey, everybody, don't laugh at this guy's next jokes. We're gonna do, instead of laughing, have this guffaw signal or something like that is what it was, something like that. But yeah, so Prop decided, hey, I'm gonna adopt that as my goal celebration now and use it for all of his career. And I mean, he scored what, 400 some goals probably in his career, something like that. It's at least 300 something. I think close to 400. So over 400, I think. But yeah, there you go. Brian Prop, Kyle Cody, TTM to send to Roger Craig. Fun stuff here. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully we'll have some more coming up this week. No graphing in place likely for the rest of the week, but yeah, we'll at least have, excuse me, we'll at least have hopefully some TTMs. I've been drinking a Mexican Coke here. I just had Mexican food and had a Coke there, so yeah, I was hoping I could get through the video without the burp coming there, and then it hit. So, oh well, excuse me. All right, it is Monday the 22nd. It's a new week, and I have got some mail here. Unfortunately, one of the pieces I was really excited about did not show up, so yeah, hopefully that changes. It'll hopefully get here later this week. 2 Sport Lots things, not going to bother going through those since it's just stuff I'm going to be getting signed in the next couple of weeks when, I think when San Antonio comes to town. But I have 2 TTMs here. One's actually came in back on Saturday, I think it was. I think it was Saturday, and then I'm like, I'll do it on Sunday, and I didn't get to it on Sunday, so I was like, all right, let's open it today. Initials on it, JJ. It's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. This should be another hit for the 88-89 Topps set for hockey. And it should be Jim Johnson, formerly a tough defenseman for the Penguins and the North Stars and a couple other teams. But yeah, sent all the Penguin stuff, and he signed all of them, including right there, that set hit right there. So, very happy to add that in. I'm supposed to have one that came in from the Czech Republic today. Unfortunately, it is not here, so I'm hoping maybe it gets delivered later or tomorrow, soon, because it's a big one. Not going to drop any further hints than that, but Czech Republic and a big name, you can probably kind of put 2 together on that potentially. But we have one other here. This is from Las Vegas, Nevada. The initials under SA. This is a guy who, his autograph has appeared on this channel before, but one that Aubrey got, not one that I got. But once she got him, I figure, all right, I'm going to send mine out too, and we'll see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed and see if mine comes back signed. And fold it up in a piece of paper. And signed is Steve Aoki. Always cool to get that one. I mean, this is a guy, he's a, pretty legendary musician right now. He's a card collector and baseball fan on top of it, and Topps gave him his first pitch card, so I figured, you know what? She got him an index card, I'll try him on the card here, and got him. So, very happy to add that one in. Took about, I think, maybe a month or so, month and a half, something like that. Not too long at all. So, there you go. That's the big one. Hopefully I'll have another big one coming tomorrow if my missing one from the Czech Republic gets delivered. All right, it's Wednesday, May 24th. For those of you who tuned in to, what do you call that? TTM Cast One-on-One, the middle of the week podcast that Jeff and I do. You probably heard me have some choice words for the U.S. Postal Service. Well, the good news is, the one I was waiting for them finally arrived. It's one of 2 TTMs I should add in here. But here's the funny thing. I'm going to cover up my address on here, but I'm going to at least show you a little bit there to see that whoever our genius postal delivery person is, for some reason they marked this as return to sender. The hilarious thing is I put my own return address up here as well, so it's coming back to me anyway. The thing is, this is a rubber stamp. It is very clear to read and easy to read, and it is, I don't get it. How can you screw this up? It's very clearly has my apartment number on it. It's a freaking rubber stamp that I use on it. I mean, it's not like it was, bad handwriting, they couldn't read it or something. Just bizarre. And I mean, the freaking RTS is handwritten on there. I mean, look at that. So it was somebody who literally looked at this and said, well, we can't deliver this. We're just... What? Anyways, We're going to open this up because, as you probably saw on the stamp there, that's from the Czech Republic. And the initials on it are DH. And this is going to be a Hockey Hall of Famer right here. And if you know your hockey, you can put all those together and probably figure out what I've got here. I'm hoping that the 3 cards I sent all got signed as well. And it appears that they did. And they are rookie cards. Okay, he only signed 1, but still. I'm perfectly happy with the 1 because a rookie card of Hall of Famer, Dominik Hasek. Super happy to get that one back. Took about, God, when did I send this one? I want to say I sent it in maybe February. I'm not certain. I think it was in February. So March, April. So about 2 months, 2.5 months. Because we're into late May now. So February, March, April. So about 3 months actually. Long into 3 months. Early February, early March, early April, early May. Yeah, so 3.5 months approximately there. But yeah, another Hall of Famer rookie card to add to the collection right there. Other 2 came back unsigned. I don't even care. I will gladly take my 1 and be very happy with that. So, let's move on. We've got another Hockey Hall of Famer right here. This is from MG out of Denver, Colorado. It's a guy that I have written to and gotten back fairly recently, but ever since I started doing the 88-89 Topps hockey set, wow, hiccup all of a sudden. Ever since I've started doing that, he's in that set too, so I'm like, well, all right, we'll do this one more time. I hate writing to people, super close together, but all right, this is the last time I need this guy. I'm good on it. And it's going to be Michel Goulet. And let's see here. He did indeed sign that. I put a couple others in there too. I do a giveaway on one of them or something. But yeah, check that out. So there you go. Another 88-89 Topps hockey set card knocked out. Super happy to get that one done. Got my Hasek. All right. I can kind of let my criticism of the USPS go a little bit since I got those in, but what the hell, you guys? RTS on... yeah, so... Anyways, there you go. Maybe my other missing mail pieces will come through at some point, too. We'll find out, I guess. It's Saturday the 27th. I've got 2 items that came in yesterday that I didn't get a chance to do yesterday. And got one's going to be coming in later today, so I'll do that, whenever I pick that up, which might be noon, might be 5 o'clock. I really don't know. I'll do that later. We'll do these now. So, anyways, these are both purchases that I made through Facebook on a couple of groups there. One is from Brennan Woods. Pretty sure these are both purchases, at least. I think they are. The names both seem to be sticking out to me. Anyways, Brennan actually says he's moving down toward Texas here and may start graphing some ballparks and games and stuff down here. So, yeah, hopefully that pans out and... So we see him around there, but yeah, here we go. It says, Drew, please send me a message on Facebook to confirm receipt, Brendan Woods, which I will do. This is Francisco Mejia for the Topps Heritage set. So, good stuff right there. Was it him or was it Andrew Lowe? So I've also got Andrew Lowe here. And I know one, they said, and yeah, Andrews came from Mid-Island, New York, and they both mentioned something, they've both mentioned New York at times, being from there, so yeah, anyways. Andrew Lowe, right here. He might be the one that I'm going to be, might possibly be graphing with in Texas. I forget, one of the 2 was moving to Texas and is going to be graphing down here. So, yeah. Anyways, from Andrew Lowe, we have Heritage Miners, Michael Escoto. So, there you go. I think it was Andrew now that I think about it, who is moving down here. So, there you go. Anyways, 2 set editions right there for the 21 Heritage sets. 1 regular set. Actually, it's the high number set on Mejia, number 690. And 1 from the minor set there in Escoto. So, inching my way to 50% on the minors set. I'm probably about 5 away from that now at this point. Something like that. Anyways, like I said, I've got 1 more coming today. We'll cover that one right after this. And we'll wrap it up for the last 2 weeks. All right, so like I said, I had a second one coming. And it did indeed arrive today. Padded envelope. Fun stuff. This was from a private signing. And it's kind of appropriate that I'm wearing the... Kansas City A's hat because as a member of the Oakland A's that was in this signing. And anybody who's followed some of my purchases over the last 6 months probably knows what this is. And I may have even mentioned on here that I was mailing off to this private signing. But you may know a few weeks, months, whenever, yeah, months ago, I picked up some rookie cards of Jose Canseco and mailed those off to a private signing. And those have finally arrived back to me here. So we'll go ahead and show those off to you here. Kind of way off center on here. There we go. That's a little better. So, yeah, it was Jamie Bly was doing this one through sportscollectors.net. Had 4 cards to send off to this one, and so I got the Topps Traded rookie card signed. Got the Fleer regular set rookie card signed. So got the Fleer Update rookie card signed. And the one that would have been the gem of any kid's collection 30 years ago, the 1986 Donruss, also signed. So, there you go. Got those Donruss, I think $15 each. Not a bad price at all, and I paid well under $10 each on the cards. I think I may have paid like 15 for the Donruss. Then there's one of them I picked up for like $3. So it's like, yeah, that's comes out pretty good when all's said and done. So, there you go. That's it for the week. I'm going to do some in-person graphing to start off next week, so... excuse me, next week's video will start with a couple of American Association games. I'm fine, yep.
Okay.
Whew, I'm good. But yeah, so there you go. TTM cast. Make sure you're checking it out and listen into it. That's just a gray mustache hair. It wasn't a snot hanging out of my nose or anything. Yeah, this is a disastrous way to finish this one out for the week, or last 2 weeks. So yeah, seriously, look, that is mustache. So anyways, TTM cast. Go and listen if you're not already. It's my podcast with Jeff Baker. We do it twice a week, usually Wednesdays and Saturdays, typically when it goes up. So make sure you check that out. My website is dfwgrapher.com. If you need addresses for TTMing, go and check sportscardforum.com and sportscollectors.net. Sports Card Forum is free, and they're currently working on hopefully revamping their TTM section. So that'll be fun. Check that out and keep an eye on everything they do there. And that's it. We'll see you next week.